Welcome to our captivating discussion where we delve into the minds of extraordinary individuals who are shaping the world. Join us as we explore the insights and experiences of visionary leaders, thought-provoking authors, and transformative experts, unraveling their journey and unlocking the keys to success. Welcome back, friends. Get ready to rock with the Retirement Lifestyle Podcast. I am your super host, Maria Pontes, a coach and an author who's all about living life to the fullest. Every week, I'll be serving up interviews with the most inspiring people out there, ready to unleash their hidden powers and make retirement a wild adventure. So buckle up and let's dive into the crazy world of endless possibilities. Today, I am honored to introduce you to a visionary and transformational leader, Mrs. Monica Sodhi. With over 15 years of expertise in managing end-to-end human resource activities, Monica thrives in rapidly changing environments and delivers remarkable turnaround times. She has held key positions as an HR head and consultant, leaving a lasting impact on organizations. As an author, Monica's book, Warrior Revived, captivates readers with insightful wisdom. She has also co-authored the book GRAIL, empowering individuals to discover purpose and tick their lives right. With credentials, NLP Master Practitioner, certified by NFNLP US, and an Arfeen Khan certified Mastermind coach, she has influenced over 5,000 professionals from diverse backgrounds, from doctors and journalists to students and entrepreneurs. She has positively impacted individuals from esteemed organizations like Godrej, Alkem laboratories, Torrent Pharma, and institutions like Sukhmani Dental College and Stevens School. So, friends, prepare to be inspired as I invite Mrs. Monica Sodhi. Very warm welcome to you, Monica, today on our show.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for inviting me to this powerful show. I'm thrilled, and it's so good talking to you and to your audience. It's going to be an experience.
Thank you so much. So let's begin and start our journey of this conversation. When did you start thinking about retirement, and how did you prepare for it financially?
Okay. Maria, for me, the word retirement has a different connotation.
Okay.
To me, it means a paradigm shift.
Right.
A shift in the culture of working for fixed hours,
yes,
to the freedom to choose the working hours, to the freedom to choose what you love,
absolutely,
to the freedom to choose how you want to do it. I may be putting in the same number of hours today and sometimes even more. But the fact is that I have the freedom to choose the task over the procedural norms.
Right.
And that is what I love about it. That is a big paradigm shift. And yes, in a way, it is retirement because I do not do 9-to-5 jobs anymore.
Absolutely. I so much agree with you on this point. Awesome. So I have one more question to ask you is, what do you think are the biggest misconceptions people have about retirement? What are your views?
Yeah, I think when people retire, generally they are at a certain level, right? So they have the fears in their mind that how are they going to structure their day? How are they going to pass their day? Because they're used to a lot of busy life.
Right.
How are they going to spend their time? What activities should they indulge in? Will they have the same lifestyle which they are holding now or not? I think these are the fears, these are the misconceptions, and these are only misconceptions.
So, do you think did you have a specific retirement plan in place? And what was the trigger for this paradigm shift that you have now?
Maria, I'll answer your second part of the question first.
Okay.
Which is that the trigger part.
Yes.
So I worked in 4 organizations over a span of plus 15 years. And in each organizations, I created rare milestones. But the fact was that in every organizations that I went, I had to prove myself for a couple of months and start all over again, no matter my designation was different, the salary was different, but the point is that I had to prove myself again and again. So I thought that if I'm doing the same work with the same sincerity, then why not have my own venture where I consolidate, all that I do, all my achievements I consolidated, plus you have a satisfaction of doing something on or let's say painting a larger canvas. So that was the trigger for me. Now, as long as the retirement plan is concerned, I always thought that if I have to do something which I love to do, I loved my HR also, but certain things were more dear to me. For example, I would not be into too much of procedures, too much of hanky-panky things. Yes, I loved recruitments. I loved to take new projects. I loved to counsel. This is what I loved. But the other things which I did not love. So I thought that, yes, if I have to do what I love to do, then initially I think I must have some savings, because it is possible that for the first 6 months, I may not get any work and there would only be cost. And I never wanted a situation where I say, oh, not my cup of tea, I'm going back.
Right.
So I wanted to plan it very well. So I consolidated my savings. I created a rental income.
Wow.
Which would be sufficient for me even to last for about a year and even more, right, if I'm not earning. So yeah, and then also, now this was about the income part. The other part was that I consolidated and I updated on my skills, on core skills on which I wanted to continue doing something of my own, that was coaching and training and counseling and NLP. And I've been doing NLP for the last 2 decades with my son. But I went in for an international certification, and I joined Arfeen Khan's community. And I'm so glad that I took decision, because since then there is no looking back. I met wonderful people like you. That's a gift.
Absolutely. Same here.
Yes.
So how did you decide that when was the right time to retire? I mean, did you have a certain age you will retire, or you had certain plan? And
I actually did not have any certain age, because fortunately or unfortunately, I enjoyed every assignment that I was doing it. So, but at the back of my mind, I always wanted to think that I'll do only these certain areas which I love to do. But what happened in Corona in 2020, I had to quit my job, because the company was taken over and there were a lot of uncertainties. So then I had to make a choice, either to take up an assignment, or now is the time to take the plunge.
yes,
So
absolutely.
I decided that this is the time. There was a lot of scarcity of jobs during the Corona times. The jobs had just vanished.
Yeah.
And obviously, it would not mean moving out. It would mean working from home. And organizations preferred those employees with whom they had already worked to be with work to, they were more comfortable to be work from home. And I also thought that if I don't take an opportunity now, then probably it will be too late.
Yes. It's now
So
or never.
never. So my income was there, my certifications were set. And then I came across this wonderful human being, Arfeen Khan. I just attended it for fun, But I never thought that I'll become a part of the community because I was already certified by NLP. I was doing 1 or 2 batches, but I liked the community so much. It
Yes.
was so different that I decided to take the plunge. That was the time I decided
Beautiful.
to go full hog into this.
So it's the community is what I understand for you that, took you ahead in life. Okay.
Yes.
So what were your main priorities for how you wanted to spend your time in your second innings? Did you have any priorities for yourself?
Yes. Firstly, wanted to do something that I loved most. Love to
Okay.
connect with people. Love to contribute, right? Love to spend time with family. Go out with them for travel, go out for picnics, play golf, pamper myself with shopping. These are very, very small things.
Yeah.
But when you're working, there is so much of scarcity of time, at our levels, minute to minute,
Yes.
that these small things become luxury. But actually, it is these small things which give you the fragrance of life. And I was missing this. So I thought, this is what I'm going to concentrate. And I'm doing that. I'm so happy.
So you made use of what you were missing in 9 to 5.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
What were some of the things you enjoyed now in this period of time?
What is it that I enjoy?
Yeah.
Apart from my work, I
Yes.
really enjoy when I talk to my clients. I enjoy understanding where they are. It's totally a different, everybody has a different story, you
Yes.
know. Everybody has a unique story. We are all human beings, yet so different. I had read it in a book, but I have realized it now that, as an HR person also, we know people have different behaviors, but
Yes.
they don't open up. But when you're coaching, people
Yeah.
open up with you to the core. And that is the time you realize that the perspectives are so different. Everybody has such beautiful dreams.
Yes.
And
Yes.
and, and at heart, everyone is a very, very core, good human person. And I love this task.
You know,
Plus,
yeah. Yeah.
my family and my travel, and we are on the foothills, uh, on a spot, uh, if the weather is good like it is today, so we just hitch a drive and go to the hills, and that is what I love about it, that freedom. Yeah.
Awesome. When you were talking just now about connecting with people,
Yeah.
one of the reason why, Monica, I took up coaching is because my connect with people are very strong.
uh,
Very often they used to come with to me
yeah.
with their problems.
Hmm.
All I did was just listen to them. And in
Yes.
my listening, I realized that they found their own solutions to their problems. And I said, my God, this is a huge thing. I don't have to tell them. I don't
Yes.
have to do anything. I just
Hmm.
have to give my time. And
Hmm.
that's what led me to coaching as my second inning and the second career after I thought
Hmm.
I would retire. Awesome. I love that point of yours too. So,
Yeah.
what are the new hobbies you have or interests you have taken up now?
Okay. Let's talk of the interests first.
Yes.
uh, I was always very fond of reading, but I never thought I would be able to write.
Ah,
So when I joined STF, right, we did a mastermind, and it was said that if we do a book, it'll be very nice. But I said, who's going to write a book? How am I going to write a book? And then, then I met this coach, Irfan, the magic man, and he said, well, we'll just do it in 6 weeks. I said, what?
My God.
My husband has written 5 books and he's been taking a year to write one book. And this man, and he's very good in his job, And I said, I'm in voice and he's saying 6 weeks. I could not imagine it. Believe you me, Maria, I couldn't imagine. I worked with journalists for 8 years in Indian Express. And I've always wondered कि incident सुबह होता था या रात को 1 बजे होता था, how come they can immediately come up with that story in minutes?
Yes.
And the paper is out. I used to look at them with a lot of respect, and I still do.
Yeah.
Because
absolutely.
that is a skill.
Yes.
But the fact is, I thought that I'm not meant for that. I'm an HR person. Procedures, policies, talent acquisitions, counseling, that is my job. Writing is not my job. If at all I have to write law. So writing a self-help book, this was like a bombshell.
Yeah.
And that too in 6 weeks. So then he said, we have a system. So we followed that system, and every day when that accountability was there, it happened. And so I become a proud author. So my first book is my first love.
Congratulations.
That's here. It's
wow. Thank you so much for showing it to our audience. Oh my, beautiful.
It's
I love the cover page.
Warrior Revived. And this is basically, following your passions, following your dreams, thriving in challenges, and aspiring so as to meet your passions and bouncing back from your setbacks. This is what
beautiful.
the book is.
I love your story. It's so inspiring the way you wrote your book. That reminds me, Monica, when Arfeen met me and he told me, you have such an inspiring story, Maria. Why don't you write a book? And you know what I told him? I said, Arfeen, I cannot write a book. My English is average.
Yeah.
And that was the end of it. After that, we never talked about it. But I went back a couple of days later, put pen to paper, wrote my goal, how long I will take to write a book. I said 2 years. Very happy that at least that one step I took. But what was the outcome was I wrote the book, completed it in 10 months.
Oh my God.
Today, I feel, I just can't imagine. It's like a dream come true.
Yes.
So I fully resonate with what you've shared right now. Getting out the best from us by Arfeen, Irfan. Yes, it's such a special, moment in my life. I will never forget.
Absolutely, absolutely. And people look at you with so much of respect.
Yes.
Yes. So that gives you such a good feeling, and that itself is so inspiring.
Yeah.
People say that you are inspiring, and that's so good. I mean, one feels so good about it. So I think this is one thing that I have done. And yes, I'm fond of sports. I had left golf. I've started my golf again now.
Oh,
It was not there during Corona. So started that golf again. And I'm fond of gardening. I'm able to spend more time than I was able to do it earlier.
Beautiful.
These 3-4 things is what
Very nice. Lovely. You're really making good use of your hobbies and interests now in your retirement. Awesome. So what was your most fulfilling experience during this time so far, your retirement so far?
During the second innings, you mean?
Yes.
Yes. Mariam, when I take these batches and at the end of the training program, when they share their breakthroughs, that is a moment. Because till a few years ago, we were only making changes in ourselves.
Yeah.
Today, think of a contribution. Today, we are empowering others.
Right.
To rise above their limitations and live the life of dreams which they always wanted to.
Yes.
What more? It's, you cannot compare it to any amount of money. It's, you know, that
Absolutely.
feeling when they say, um, I also happen to deal with two cases who were suffering desperately with anxiety.
Huh.
So much so, one of them was thinking of going to a psychiatrist, having great medicines, and few sessions, they're perfectly fine, back to normal. One was a student whose hands used to tremble, he used to have this sweating, but now he's absolutely normal. He's given his exams, he's got very good marks. And this is so fulfilling. This
Absolutely.
is this is just like actually prayer, if you ask me.
Yes.
It gives you the same satisfaction.
Yes. Yes. True.
So I'm always, Mother Teresa is my role model, right? So I always remember her things. She says, hands that serve are holier than the lips that pray.
Yes.
So my mother used to do a lot of voluntary service. So that's how she used to tell me about these things. So when I do
Beautiful.
these things and when I see, people being empowered and looking for a life which was totally different
Yes.
and something which they really loved, I think that makes my day.
Beautiful. So
Yeah.
touching. So, did you face any unexpected challenges during your retirement? And if at all, how did you handle that?
Uh, as I said, that in the second innings, I wanted to do my own venture. Uh, One is, driven by passion.
Hmm.
So that how somehow is not very clear.
Okay.
Right. So once you are doing your coaching and training, it is not only your delivery and the results which make a difference, but what also makes the difference is there are other skills which are attached to it.
Okay.
And I was not aware of it. Social media, I never had an account on my Facebook. I
Uh-huh.
never had an account on my Insta. I never knew what it was like. I used to, people are wasting the time, social media.
Hmm.
But now I realized how important it is. So I
Right.
make constant reels. I have a social media calendar,
Wow.
etc., etc. So, but that is an important part. It's an
Yes.
important leg of business.
Yes.
Branding is an important leg of business. Certain skills I've learned, certain I'm still learning.
Right.
Started, I'm learning. So these are the challenges. Sometimes one is not able to see the entire picture. One is driven so much by passion, but that's fine because ultimately it is your passions which drive you.
Yes.
The house follow leader.
When you were talking about social media, I remember this one thing that I would tell my friends. They would say, Maria, why don't you look up the Facebook? And I would, respond immediately. Say,
Hmm.
oh, look, yeah, I don't have time to see my face. What am I going to look at Facebook?
That's right. That's right.
So
We
it
guys have been
reminded me.
absolutely. There's been so much of scarcity of time with us. I would start from my house at 8:30, quarter to 9 from home. And the moment I would sit in my car, my phone would start ringing and it would keep on ringing till 9, 9:30. So how can one look at Facebook? One can look at other things. One can look at posts. One can just look at one work and, one can be satisfied. Yes, आज का दिन अच्छा बीत गया.
Absolutely. So that reminds me of one more question I want to ask you is what are the speaking assignments you have done? If you could throw some more lights on us so that the audience will also know um,
Okay. Now
how
the
they can connect
speaking
with you.
assignments I've done for students who are in various institutes, like I've done for Chitkara, I've done for NIMS, I've done for Gyan Jyoti, I've done for some schools also. And all these assignments are linked with my mastermind or are linked with my coaching.
Okay. If you can tell us a little bit more on that.
Yeah, for example, my mastermind is on following your passions despite all odds.
Oh,
So this involves managing your emotions. This involves understanding what success is all about. This involves understanding the power of belief.
okay.
So I go and talk about these topics to students. And also, I have taken up some assignments with nurses. So they are under a lot of stress. So I
Yeah.
talk to them about stress, right? Because managing stress, managing emotions is also part of, unless you manage it, you cannot, move ahead. That overpowers you,
Yes.
right? So similarly, in corporates like pharma companies, Alkem, Torrent,
Yes.
Godrej. Uh, Sometimes I do people management skills, but sometimes I also do. I also talk about getting the best by partnering their subconscious mind, right? So that is, it takes about a whole 2 3 days for that. So these are the topics or assignments which I do, and these are the organizations that I have touched upon so far.
Okay, I have one last question, and that's a gift from you for the audience. What suggestion or tips you would give to people who are planning to retire?
Okay. The first thing is, I think it's important to plan the city.
Okay.
What is a city that you would like to be? Would you like to live in metro? Would you like to be in tier two place?
Okay.
Or would you like to live in a hill station? It depends. What kind of opportunities are you looking at your second innings?
Right.
Are those opportunities there? And if those opportunities are there, is that city, does that city vibe with you? For example, if I were to shift to Gurgaon today, my business would go minimum 4 times
Okay.
in the next 3 months. I know that I can vouch it. This is minimum. But I want a life where there is love, where there is care, where there's not too much of hustle bustle. Yet I enjoy my work and I'm close to nature. So that's why I'm on my foothills. There are opportunities here also, but not as much as Gurgaon has got it. So it's a matter of choice. So plan your city first, right? That depends upon your likes, what your priorities are. Uh, have at least 2 streams of income.
Yes.
Corona has taught us that,
Yes, I agree.
right? Have at least 2 streams of income. One could be rental, one could be other, whatever, it suits, whatever one thinks
Yes.
is good for them. Build on your core skills while you are still working.
Right. Absolutely.
No, I did that. Build on that. Take those certifications. And if possible, go in for an international certification. Join in a community like we have done it,
Yes.
like I and you have done it. And then it is a time to monetize.
True.
Spend time with your family and friends. They are the most important vitamins.
Absolutely. Beautifully shared, Monica. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you,
So,
Maria.
Monica, thank you for joining us on this inspiring journey uh, with all your vision and transformation experiences. Friends, I hope her expertise in managing human resource activities has shed light on the power of adaptability and turnaround. Remember to grab a copy of a captivating book, Warrior, Revived, and Grail, to uncover the insightful wisdom and ignite your purpose driven life. Keep harnessing the techniques of certified mastermind coach to unlock your full potential. Together, let's continue impacting lives and shaping a brighter future. Stay inspired and embrace the path to greatness, like the way Monica Sodhi has shared with us today. Thank you, audience, and thank you, Monica, once again for being here on this podcast today.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you so much. I'm really delighted. It was such a pleasure to talk to you, and I had a beautiful conversation. I actually enjoyed myself. Thank you so much for this experience.
You really shared lovely stories, Monica, and happy to hear that. Thank you.
Okay.
And I'll